Welcome to Everyday Heroes on Shaw TV. I'm your host, Leanne Evans. Today we are taking a look at the four-legged division of the Medicine Hat Police Service. Standing in the middle of these four dogs is probably the last place you would want to be. Reno, Duco, Cato, and Expo make up the K-9 unit for the Medicine Hat Police Service. Constable Jason Dola is Reno's handler, and they have been working together for 5 years.
Reno is a purebred German Shepherd. He's Czechoslovakian, so he came over to an importer in the United States where we went down, and he was selected after testing numerous other dogs for potential police dogs. He was brought back to Medicine Hat, and we started our training, which lasted approximately 4 months in 2007. He's got a great work ethic, and he loves just being out and being able to do his job. That's what he enjoys doing the most. Lots of energy, always wants to go, and when we're at home not doing anything, he goes a little stir crazy.
The dogs are trained in a variety of skills, such as tracking human scent and bite work. Jason says he can't stress how important it is to have a K-9 unit.
They do things that us regular officers as humans don't want to do, and that we can't do. So like the example I just used, if someone broke into your house and left on foot, if we didn't have the dogs, there's no way that we're ever going to find them. Another example, missing people. We've used the dogs before to track and locate missing people. So they're used just about daily when we're working.
City police! Stop fighting the dogs with your hands! Drop the weapon! City police! Stop fighting the police dogs with your hands! Drop the weapon!
It's invaluable, the stuff that they can do and the time that it saves us. If we go to a building, a large building, like one of the industrial buildings in the southwest, and for an alarm in the middle of the night, and we find that the door has been forced open, Reno can clear the building 10 times faster than what 5 police officers can, because his senses are that much sharper, and he picks up on the scent where we don't pick up on that scent. We wouldn't find the guy until we opened the door and there he was standing, or he came running out, where Reno can use his senses to locate him. So they save us time, money, and officer safety too, because he's willing to go in places where police officers aren't.
Constable Mark Seiler has been working with his dog Expo for just under a year and says he loves everything about working in the K-9 unit.
You know, how good the dogs are at, finding people and the skills, and of course, being a dog lover, right? You want to be working with a pet, right? In policing, there's no other place in policing where you actually have to or get to work with somebody else, right? In policing, you're by yourself all the time. So I actually have a partner that's with me 24/7, who I can talk to and won't, talk back. I get somebody all the time. So that was what made me want to do it the most.
Mark says the important part about working with Expo is having a strong bond.
The biggest thing in our policing work, and K-9 work with all the other handlers, is our bond with our dogs. They have to be able to trust us, and we have to be able to trust them. So we have a strong bond. I spend more time with Expo than I do with my family, with my child, because he's with me 24/7, and on days off he's with me as well.
He's the best partner to have because he's always there, he's always happy. Doesn't matter if I'm in a bad mood, he's happy. He's just happy to get out of the car, and he brings my mood up. So I'm able to go out and do some training with him, and my mood changes. So he's great that way. I've always got someone to talk to. He doesn't necessarily talk back to me, but I've always got someone to talk to in the car. He doesn't yell and scream like some people do that are placed in the back seats of our cars. So that's a nice bonus. And he's a friend for life.
Before the dogs hit the streets, they go through a training process with their handler for around 4 months.
Down. Good down. Good boy.
And it starts right from square one. When we got Reno, he didn't know how to sit, he didn't know how to lay down, he knew no commands. And it's the 4 months is spent teaching him what each command means, teaching the handler how to give proper corrections, what to look for when the dog's working, when we're tracking, the different signs that the dog will give. So it takes a long time. The dogs learn really quick. It's the handlers that take the 4 months to catch on to all the little things that they have to be watching for.
Everything the dog is trained to do is on command. They are not allowed to make any decisions unless their handler or themselves are being attacked. Once the dogs fully finish their training, they enter the work life and also live with their handlers. Mark says it's important to make sure that their work life is fun for the dog.
Everything we do, from tracking to searching to bite work, is fun, and we make it fun by how we are, like how our body language, how we're, how our voices are with them, and because if it's not fun, they're not going to do it, right? It's like a kid. If it's not fun, they're not going to play that sport. So we have to make everything fun for them. So just everything we're doing, our actions, is just fun. When he's at work, he knows it's work. When I put his harness on and when I put his e-collar on, he knows it's time. He actually, like, today, right, when I put all that on, he got more excited, right? And it's just, he knows that it's time to go, right? It's time to have something fun.
City police! You in the car, come out now, show me your hands!
Jason feels Reno and the other K-9 dogs are heroes just for doing their everyday job.
Willing to go and do things that I would never do. I can put him into a building, I can put him into a small confined space without asking him twice. I give him a command, he goes in there, where if there's police officers there, we would be standing back going, okay, who's the smallest guy? Who really wants to go in there? I don't want to go in there. Reno doesn't ask questions, he just goes and does.
At the end of the day, the dogs are rewarded with their favorite thing, their red ball. Thank you for watching Everyday Heroes. Stay tuned, and after the break, we will be taking a look at sport programs in Lethbridge for those with an intellectual disability.
Behind the War Amps logo is a legacy of amputees helping amputees. The War Amputee and the Cenotaph represent the heritage of the War Amps. The children represent its future. Through CHAMP, the War Amps legacy will continue.
My kids said their mom drank while driving them to school. I worried so much I couldn't concentrate at work. At Al-Anon Family Groups, I found the help I needed. If someone's drinking bothers you, call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanonfamilygroups.org.
Welcome back to Everyday Heroes. Now we are taking a look at an organization that has a goal to enrich the lives of Canadians with a mental disability. This is Randy Chandler. He has been an athlete with the Lethbridge Special Olympics for 16 years. The Special Olympics offer sport programs for those with an intellectual disability. Randy has participated in a few different activities over the years that he has been involved with the Special Olympics.
Well, I do curling and bowling, but my favorite sport is curling because I've been winning more because I've been going to tournaments, curling tournaments, and the last one was in Edmonton, and we got third. That's where I won one of my medals, and also there's that one year that we hosted a bonspiel here in Lethbridge, and we won the C Division champs.
In Lethbridge, there is around 170 athletes participating in both the summer and winter activities. Randy's mother, Nadine, has been volunteering with the Special Olympics for 16 years.
I just felt that it was important that I volunteer for the organization as well and learn as much as I could about it so that I could be as much of a support as I could be. It's an amazing organization. It does amazing things for the athletes, And the athletes do amazing things in and of their own. And so it's very worthwhile. It's always been something that I really, really wanted to do. And once I had the time, I got involved.
She says if the Special Olympics didn't have volunteers, it wouldn't be around.
It's just that simple. If we don't have the volunteers, we can't offer the sport programs. And if we can't offer the sport programs, that is what Special Olympics is. So volunteers are critical. They're absolutely critical to being able to run viable sport programs. So we're always on the lookout for more people that would consider spending an hour or two a week volunteering for Special Olympics, because it's very worthwhile. It's very rewarding, and for the amount of time that you spend assisting athletes, you get double that time back in value to just what you're able to offer and how you feel about yourself. I mean, that's not why I do it. I do it because I love it. But it is such a rewarding opportunity. It can be as time consuming as you want it to be, or not. It can be once a week at bowling for 2 hours, or it can be sitting on the management committee, and that's a meeting a month, and helping with fundraising. It can be coordinating volunteers. It can be as much time or as little time as you think that you have. But it's such an opportunity to get involved with a group of people that always try their best. Sometimes there's attitudes, but not very often. The attitudes you get are, they're harder on themselves than you would think. But it is such a rewarding opportunity to give back to your community.
Nadine says the Special Olympics helps build the athlete's self-confidence. And for Randy, it's not just about participating in sports for him.
Well, I get to meet friends. I don't know who his very closest friend is, but I got lots of friends from Special Olympics.
Marcia Oddman has been an athlete with the Special Olympics for nearly 20 years. She says through the programs she has met lots of friends and also gets to improve her swimming.
I'm just getting a lot better in it too. I'm picking up some different skills.
Marcia's brother Rob says this is one of the main focuses of her life.
The chance to improve herself, improve her timings. As a brother, that's what I'm really proud about for her, because over the years, she continues to work on her physical fitness, and she's improving her times year over year over year.
Nadine says it's rewarding to see the athletes improve their skills. She looks back at a group of curlers that she worked with 11 years ago.
And we were able to take a group to the provincials, and they eventually went to Canadians. And it was astounding what those gentlemen learned in the space of 6 months and had never been on the curling ice before. And what they learned, and then were able to take that to provincials and learn some more, and then having the people at the provincial level saying, it's incredible what these gentlemen are doing, and here they are winning and actually going to go to Canadians, and they've only been curling for 2 years. So it was right then and there I was hooked that this is what I want to do, and it was just watching them gain so much knowledge and have so much fun doing it. The team sport aspect of it, but also the individual accomplishments that they made on the team, and then come together as a team and do it for each other. It was it cemented my love of coaching.
The Special Olympics is always open to new athletes.
That we're trying to encourage younger people to try us out, see if this is a sport that they might be interested in. And always, because of the physical activity, we're always encouraging people to get involved, that this is good for you, this is positive, nothing but good things can happen from this, so give us all a shot, and so we're always open to more athletes.
For more information, you can visit www.specialolympics.ab.ca. Thank you for watching this edition of Everyday Heroes. If you'd like to share the story of your local hero, email us at everydayheroes@sjrb.ca. See you next time.